What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man, Saucy. How you going, brother?
Good, mate. Good to be back for another week, and plenty been happening, to say the
It
least.
has been a fair bit for sure happening. The agenda tonight, NBA Le Mans, right at the top of the show. We've got the EPL. We'll go just through the games coming up this weekend. Deadline day. There's some big moves. NFL. We're moving to the Super Bowl source. We've got the two teams making it into the big dance. We'll go a bit more in depth on our prediction on who wins it next week because it's a week off
We'll talk about the
for
games that
the
transpired over the
yes,
weekend,
we definitely
obviously,
will.
in this one.
We've got a bit of tennis news from the Oz Open, which is finished up. UFC, your boy's back this week, so you'll be keen to pump up this card. And then some hobby talk. We'll talk about the Melbourne card show that we attended on the weekend, amongst
The card
other
show
things.
Melbourne, I
Card
believe
show
is its
Melbourne, sorry. The
correct
card
name.
show Melbourne.
It's
Apologies.
confusing now that we got the Melbourne Card Fair, the card
Yeah,
show
sorry.
Melbourne.
That's I fused them together. So
Yeah, I know.
we've
I
got a
know
bit
where
to
I get
talk
it
about
mixed
on
up
that.
too.
Yeah, easy. Let's get to the top of it all, and we're going to start with the Phoenix Sun source. They've climbed their way back up into sixth. 5 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, we said Mikal Bridges couldn't carry this team by himself.
Well,
We
it's
were
made a big
half
difference since
right.
CP3's been back.
We're half right. And then now he's got Aiden and Paul back, so that's helped a lot more. But they've worked their way up from that 12th seed all the way into the 6th seed. They are a
It's very
game
close.
out
It's very
of
close.
5th seed source, so it is very close up there. They're playing great basketball. Monty Williams, credit to him, he's been able to get an offense
I mean,
moving and a system there.
ravaged
So
by injuries. So I mean,
they have.
it's hard for any team with that many injuries to, pull wins together. It does help that they got CP3 back. So look, it's going to be how they manage Booker, get him back, and have a good run in. I think they're still going to, definitely a good enough team to make the playoffs. Um, I still do not see the Suns doing anything significant this season. I just feel like there's teams out there that have got better chemistry and have got better, you know, other guys that can step up when the main guy may not be having the best night, or they're double teaming the star, which happens with Booker, and we've seen in the past that I mean CP3 hasn't been able to step up when it comes playoff time. So look, I'll be interested to see, can they change that around this season? Time will tell.
Time definitely will tell. Another one, just quickly, source. Of course, your mob, the New Orleans Pelicans, they have dropped massively. They're down into ninth seed. No Zion, no Pelicans by the looks of things.
Mate, it's literally what I witnessed, or what you would witness, when LeBron would be out of the lineup. It's just an absolute shambles, and Zion has that effect. That's how good this guy is. You literally put him back on the floor, and what they went on an 8-game win streak earlier on in the season when he was playing phenomenal, and that's the impact this guy has. He's that good, damn good. So they need him back. They got Ingram back, who's back from injury, which is good signs. Get Zion back. Uh, you know, have a good push after the All-Star break, and the Pels can definitely still make the playoffs. And I want to see them in there because they're an exciting team to watch when they're going, and when Zion's in there playing at full steam. They're very, very, very fun team to watch. So look, I think they'll be all right. It's just about that health and getting Big Z back.
Completely agree with you, Alex. Welcome to the show. It was great catching up with you two on the weekend. The Warriors source, I've got it humming, and the great man, the chef, has been cooking up a storm the last few games. He's been dominating. It's good to see them
Wiggins
climbing
back.
back up into 5th seed.
Clay's looking back to some of the Clay form that we know. He was carrying the team a bit there with Jordan Poole when Curry was injured. Curry looks like he struggled a bit shooting because he had a bit of it was a shoulder injury, I believe, on his shooting arm. So he had a bit of struggle shooting the ball when he first came back. But he looks back to the Curry that we all know. And obviously we know if they can stay fit and healthy, they can win the championship. So
Clearly.
they're definitely one of the teams that can win the championship, and I feel that should they be able to, put a little push together here, they'll be peaking right at the perfect time going into playoffs, and I expect them to, make big waves. We know what they can do. I mean, they won it last season, so they're
Definitely.
always within a chance, and I feel like the roster hasn't gotten any worse than it was last season, has it, Doma? So
Definitely
they've got
not.
the pieces there, and they've got the offense. We know that.
Maddie, welcome. Says it's
Welcome,
good to
Matty.
see our mugs as always. Uh, Over to the E source. We'll keep it very brief. Embiid snubbed in the All Star selection. Cracked the shits. Wasn't a starter. Dropped 42 the next night. Wasn't too happy. Your thoughts on him not getting a start? I know we spoke about this a few weeks ago. Oh, like the All Star voting is just the biggest gimmick going around at the moment.
Yeah, it is the biggest gimmick.
So I don't know if
Look,
you why I
he's
know
still going to
why you'd
be in
be
there.
offended.
He's still going to be an
Yeah,
all-star. He's still going to be in there. So, look, regardless, I'm sure he'd probably, brush it off pretty quickly. He's got bigger things to focus on. And, him personally should just go, all right, didn't get the start, and just use it as motivation. So let's hope he takes it that way. And we've seen when he's going, he's unstoppable. In that game there, he was taking step back threes. I think he went 3 from 4 from downtown, drained the long ball as well. He was just doing everything, getting foul calls and going to the line and hitting that little jumper and then taking it to the ring, dunks at the rim, just a lot. Full package Joel Embiid when he is in full flow. But the 76ers, they had a bit of a hiccup. And the other team that I want to talk about, the Magic, look out for them, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they're not going to do jack shit this year, I'm telling you, but look out for the Magic going into next season and following season. I'm telling you, in the next 3 to 4 seasons, the Orlando Magic are going to be a very, very good basketball team. They are building a great culture there. They've got a bunch of young guns that are playing very well together and coming up together. And we've seen in the past, if you can draft right and build that team chemistry, and obviously there's probably going to be some trades in and out of there at points, and they've got quite a few tools, Doma, that I feel like maybe in excess of tools and quite a few of them, because they've had injuries and stuff this season. They've had a lot of game time, and it's probably boosted their stocks up. So I feel like they've got some good trade pieces that they can bring in other guys. And I mean, the Magic are just going to be a very, very fun team to watch. And look, I can't get enough of Franz Wagner. I know there's one bloke out there who's very high on him, and that's C. Blez, big C. Blezel. He's very high on him. He collects his cards heavily. I think he's going to be an absolute gun. I mean, it's hard to say. Is he going to be, a freaking top 25 player all time? I mean, how am I supposed to judge that? He's been in the league for 2 years. I can't give you that prediction. All I can tell you is what I've seen of him in his first 2 seasons, how efficient he is. He shoots the three very well. It's like nearly near 40%, which is amazing in his second year in the league. And his basketball smarts and his ball handling for his size is just unbelievable. And his ability to finish at the rim is really, really good too. So look, Franz Wagner, good player, and obviously Banchero. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy Banchero, he's going to be a star in this league. Like, what he did against Philly, I think he put up 29 points and I think he put 11 points in the third quarter when they were down. They were down like 25 at halftime or something like that. Doma 20 points, and they came out in the third quarter and put up like 40 something points in the third quarter in that game against Philly, the Magic. And Banchero had 11 or 13 points in that quarter, and he was just absolutely on fire. He led the comeback, and he had that look about him that he knew that when he gets hot, give me the ball and get out of my way. And he had that bit of Mamba mentality that I seen right there and then. And I mean, to see that from a guy first year in the league, and to see the way he crosses over guys and bodies them. You know how you see it when for instance, like LeBron crosses over a guy. right to left, and then they're a bit late to the spot, and he just sort of bumps them off and then just finishes at the rim. Banchero's doing that, and he's in his first season. Like, that's how strong this guy is already. And he's in season number 1. So he's just going to get stronger and stronger. He's going to be unstoppable going to the ring like in the future. So, look, exciting times for Magic fans.
Global says, what's your thoughts on this year's rookie class compared to previous few classes? Based on this year, so we've seen Banchero and what he's doing. He's been dominating. Jaden Ivey's actually a nice little player out in Detroit. He's been playing very well. Mathurin has been phenomenal.
Mathurin's good. Mathurin's
in that
good.
bench role.
Mathurin's great. He's not a bench player. He's not a bench player. He's a starter.
He's very good. Dyson Daniels has showed a bit.
You look at Mathurin every game, and you look at his box score. He's always getting to the free throw line. He's coming off the bench 5-6 times at the free throw line. The fact that he's got that savviness as a rookie to be able to get to the free throw line that often already as a rookie, that bodes well, going forward, because, sometimes you don't have your shot as an NBA player. And if you have that ability to get to your free throw line, that means you can still make an impact when when things aren't going your way. And I'm telling you, he's going to be a starter very soon. Very soon.
He's a good player. Dyson Daniels has showed a little bit. Sochan has been very good in San Antonio. He showed a lot. Sochan
impressed with Sochan. So I'm not sure if you know he's a bit of a character. He's always got coloured hair. He's paying true homage to Dennis Rodman out in the Spurs number 10 jersey. He used to wear, Dennis Rodman used to wear the number 10. He used to have all the funny hair colours back in the 90s. And I'm not sure if you knew, Domo, he was shooting an absolutely horrendous percentage from free throws earlier on the season, and he had like a normal action, like what you would think, and he changed mid-season to a one-handed action where he holds the ball up one hand on one palm, doesn't touch the ball with his other hand, and shoots it with one hand. And he increased his free throw percentage by 25%.
Pretty good effort.
He's 19 years old, Doma, as well. He's only 19 or 20, and he's changed the way he shoots three-pointers. He was shooting three-pointers at 22%, and over the last 3 games or something, he's changed his three-point form, and he's shooting over 33% or something like that. Like, you got to understand the ability as a rookie to identify a flaw in your game and change it mid-season. That's Sochan. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be
Dennis Rodman, mate.
But he's unique. He's unique, and he's an interesting player to watch. And he plays defense. That was one of the biggest things when he came into the league. He said, I play defense. I play defense. Like, he was adamant. Like, in all his interviews, in his rookie interviews, I play defense. I can play defense. Like, that's what he kept saying. He then said, don't worry about the offense. I play defense.
He's exactly like Rodman. Rodman was a smart guy. He was just the loosest unit on the planet. But he just didn't put the same effort, clearly, as what Sochan's doing over in San Antonio, considering Rodman spent his days in Vegas when it was meant to be practice time.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
When he went out to visit Carmen Electra.
Yeah, visit. Yeah, exactly. All right. We're done with the NBA, except for one last thing, Source. Jono said, are you single? Asking for a friend. He said, can I please be added live? Did Doma get his veneers done? Always. Got the
fresh. He's
got
fresher veneers than the freaking Island boys.
Big shout out to Rip and Wax from the Island Boys. He's a sports card brand. You already know what time it is, man. Let's hype him up. Check him out on IG. You already know what it is and what he does. He breaks the hottest drops on the Whatnot app.
Oh,
there you go. He just led me in beautifully.
There you
go. I love it. All right, Saucy, let's get into the Le Mans very early. You had a fantastic game against the Boston Celtics the other day, Saucy. LeBron carried your side, but the one thing, it's not LeBron. I know he carried on like a little sook when he got fouled and he didn't get the foul call and he carried on. But the Le Mans of the week this week, Sauce, he's nothing short of entertaining. He is obviously a pest on the basketball court. I'll get to that in a second, Jono. But Pat Bev, the tech that he received when he went up to the officials with the camera to show them that it was a foul on LeBron is one of the most hysterical things ever. But the fact that in the situation that your team was in to get teched, Pat Bev, welcome back to your nomination of Lemon of the Week in 2023. You, sir, are a
Lemon. Pat Bev. Same color as that Lakers shirt. Right there. Lemon.
Unbelievable. Jono said he will sponsor double coverage for $500 if Doma gets his hair done as Island Boys or give Sauce the magic he wanted. I'll do the hair. You think I wouldn't do the hair?
You can't get that type of hair like Island Boys.
It'd be like real short. It'd be like, yeah, but who cares? I'll do it. It'd be $500 a show, isn't that right, Jono?
Hey, you can afford it. After the case we seen him pull out at the card show Melbourne and the cards were in there, mate. Don't worry about that.
Exactly.
That's one sale for him. He can sponsor us for a whole year.
Exactly. Dreads blonde. Yeah, I've dyed my hair blonde before. I'll do it again. That's not hard. And I'll just get it dreaded. And $500 a show. We'll hold you to that, Jono. Really appreciate that. It's a nice income for you and I. So it's just $250 a show each.
There we go. We were saying the false claims that people thought we were doing this full time when people spoke to us.
Yeah, people actually thought we were doing this full time. Fuck, if I was doing this full time, I'd be living on the street.
Best job ever.
If we were doing it,
we could afford to.
Yeah, if we could afford to, we would. But if we're doing it right now, we'd both be on the street. So I can tell you that much.
The bank's coming for you, mate.
Yeah. The bank will be like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I've got an annual income of $0. So service your loan. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to the EPL source. It was deadline day, and there was some big moves that happened. I did have Fabrizio up, and I do have Fabrizio up. Few things that happened. Matty Tay will sponsor. He already sponsors. He gives you roll clean, Jono. Hey, he's ahead of the game. Don't worry about Matty Tay. He doesn't need to give me monetary. He doesn't have to give me monetary value to double coverage. He provides roll clean. He gives us soaps. All right, to keep our balls nice and clean. That's what he gives us.
Didn't you smell how good I was smelling on the weekend, Jono?
That's it.
Is that why you're getting very close to me?
Well, he was asking if you were single before. It wouldn't surprise me.
No,
all right.
I know.
Exactly. Few interesting ones, Source. We'll just go to the big ones. And this is a done deal. £106.5 million to Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez, obviously young player of the tournament at the World Cup recently. World Cup champion as well. So there's, I don't know if you saw the scale of spending from the Premier League, and Chelsea spent $500 million, and the next most was, I think, is it Tottenham or someone? They spent $120 million. That was a discrepancy source between first and second.
No fair play.
Next up,
no fair play.
Your mob. Jorginho.
Hey, I'll take it.
This is a great pickup.
This is a steal for $10 million. He is an absolute steal, Doma. Jorginho was an absolute gun at Napoli. Went to Chelsea, like many a player that have done in the past, and has been absolutely ruined.
He was good at the beginning. He was good at the beginning.
He was very good.
He almost won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, and he helped them win the Champions League.
Yeah, but he fucking cost Italy a spot in the World Cup.
Don't worry about Italy. He's good at club level. At national level, he's a
Le Mans.
He goes with the fairies at national level. Can't even finish a penalty, but doesn't miss one for Chelsea. A good signing. We need Mohamed El Neni picked up an injury. We need depth in that spot, in that position. We've obviously, going to have Europa League games and stuff coming up, so he's probably going to get minutes in there because they're probably going to, rest Partey in certain games and So look, we need the depth. I'm happy with the signing.
You also picked up Trossard during this period as well, and you picked up
great
another
signing.
player, Polish Kio, Polish
We
player
picked
from
up
21. He's 21.
Yeah, picked up a guy from Spezia, centre back. So we needed a bit of depth.
Fun fact about him as well, Source, about that pickup. His girlfriend is the world champion of ass twerking, and I am actually not making that up. She's the world champion.
Me. I'm gonna have to watch these videos.
I'm not shitting you. No, he's typing it in. Have a look at him. You idiot. This one was the shock one. Joe Cancelo on loan to Man City. And everyone said this was fine. But it's not fine when there's a 70 million buy option. It's not mandatory. But if you saw Joe Cancelo on social media on the way out the door, some of the stuff he was saying about Man City, I think the buy option might go ahead for Bayern Munich. There might be a buy option happening. So
he's not happy. Why?
He's not. I don't know.
Not happy
he was starting, and then went to the World Cup, came back, started the first game, and then hasn't been a regular. I don't know what's happened there. Casado breakdown in the deal, isn't going to Arsenal. A late pickup for United. They get Marcel Sabitzer from Bayern on loan. This is a CDM source. I don't know if you saw this morning. Christian Eriksen is out for 3 weeks. So we needed a replacement there. So Sabitzer will come in, hopefully have an impact for United. The Ziyech deal fell through. This is a good pickup for Nottingham Forest, who have been playing all right. They've got Keylor Navas as their pickup source on loan from PSG. So a nice get for Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. And that's it. The Ziyech one fell through, as I said. And then Pedro Porro joins Tottenham from Sporting. So done deal there. Games this week, source. On the 4th, Chelsea Fulham, Everton Arsenal, Aston Villa Leicester, Brentford, Southampton, Brighton, Bournemouth, Man United, Palace, Wolves, Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham, Nottingham, Leeds, Tottenham versus Man City. And by the time we get to next week's pod, we might have Man United Leeds as well. So that is it for football. I saw you searching up there. You happy with what you've seen about your new recruit?
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, look him up. I forgot his name already. What have I done here? Here he is. He's Jakub Kiwior. Kiwior, Polish. He's 22 years old. Just type that name in, ladies and gentlemen, and just type in girlfriend twerking, and there's videos on YouTube of her twerking. So it's good. It's a good watch. Just seeing a quick video in there.
Yeah, of course you have. Maddie Tape says, do the Island Boys song on stage at the Hobby Hangout. Jono says he'll sponsor that too. Every week Chelsea buys a player, says James. Alex said some lads needed some serious roll clean at the show. Maddie says always has the EB game smell at shows except Adelaide show. It's fresh and plenty of dancing room. There's some questionable smells at the Adelaide show too, Maddie. Don't you worry about that. So they're from a few people. I don't know their names, not the ones that I know. So it definitely wasn't you, mate, because you always smell fresh because you're using the roll clean. All right, Sauce, let's get to the NFL. Games are done and dusted. The NFC Championship and the AFC Championship are sorted. Eagles versus 49ers. The 49ers had to resort to their 4th-string QB at one stage in this game. And if I'm saying that, or if anyone's saying that you got to resort to your 4th-string QB, unless you've been touched by a holy miracle of Jesus Christ himself, that is the only way that you're winning this game. And it's safe to say that you were not touched by the holy Jesus Christ himself, and they got smacked 31-7 by Philly. It was a demolition job, Source.
Yeah, look, it's unfortunate, mate. It was like the first drive of the game or something. He, got hit on a throw, and they believe he has to have Tommy John surgery, which is literally a 8 to
Ooh.
12 month injury. Brock Purdy from the 49ers. So, look, I think, it's interesting for the 49ers going forward. I mean, they've got a tough choice. I mean, what do they do with all those quarterbacks? They're going to come back from injury at one point. They've all shown great promise. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Props to obviously Philadelphia. You can't feel sorry for your opponent. You just got to go out there and beat what's in front of you. They did it convincingly, and Jalen Hurts put on an absolute performance, and Philly was dominant in that game.
Next up was your boy Joey Ice versus my homeboy, who's got the 3 to 6 week high ankle sprain injury, and it doesn't really matter when you are going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. So it doesn't mean shit when you got an.
It was an amazing
like
performance.
That.
I mean, he was injured from the outset. He's obviously been in whatever those pressure boots, moon boots and all that sort of stuff to help the swelling go down. They've probably jabbed it up and give him a bit of painkillers in there and said, have a bit of this, Patty Mahomes, and go out there and show us what you're made of. And he did that. I mean, he did, get a bit fortunate in the fourth quarter, got the extra play, and it's a bit of a dubious decision, but I mean, you see that sort of stuff happen all the time in sports, and you just got to go out there and still execute, and they were able to, and they got the win. And I'm stoked because I picked them to win the whole thing. So, I've made my pick has made it all the way to the last dance. Backed them at $11, and I'll say it again at the start of the season. So I'm still riding that. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be watching the Super Bowl. So I'll have a cover on that day and cover the other side of the game. And there'll be a win either way for me. But, it was a big performance. Joey B and the Bengals showed a lot as well. I feel like, in that game, he got sacked a number of times. I think he was sacked 4 times or 5 times before just half time.
Just needs help, man. He needs help.
I think in this game, obviously he had some offensive linemen that, were out, starting offensive linemen. I think it made a big difference in this game. They were able to get a lot of pressure on him. He wasn't able to get too many big chunk plays. They were able to contain the run pretty good. I mean, it was just a good performance. And I feel like the Chiefs defense stood up when they knew that maybe their offense isn't at the peak of its powers. You know what I mean? And I think it was an all-round great performance from just Chiefs on both sides of the ball.
Completely agree. You mentioned before the situation in San Francisco next year, and I agree with Matty Cams in the comments. This is what we're going to see.
Tom Brady.
This man could be there next year, Sauce.
Hey,
and with that roster,
all I'm saying down there, the GMs at San Francisco is if the GOAT come knocking, you answer the call and you let him walk straight into the
with that roster, Sauce, you might be getting one of these rings.
I don't disagree. That roster is very good.
And if that is the case, and I'm Miami, we spoke about this a few weeks ago. Tua's got a lot of issues with this concussion. I'm telling you, if that's the case, you better go knock on San Francisco's door and ask for Jimmy Garoppolo, and get him over to Miami.
That's a good call.
All right, that's because there's a roster there in Miami with the defense and the offensive.
And Jimmy G's done it before. Let a team to the Super Bowl. Why not?
Yeah, so we'll wait and see what happens there, but could be some bit of shake-up in the offseason. We saw Sean Payton sign at the Denver Broncos today, which was very, very interesting.
As head coach.
And if you didn't know what was going to happen there, Sauce, I don't know if you know what happened there. Matty Cams, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So when Brady was leaving New England, the reason he went to Tampa Bay is because originally the takeover was going to be in Miami. So Sean Payton was going to take the head coaching role after he'd retired in Miami, and Brady was going to go to the Dolphins as well. And they were going to announce coach quarterback signings at the ball club, and then things fell through there and they had to change everything. So that's why he settled for Florida, Source. That's why he went to Tampa Bay instead of Miami. Same state, just different team. So then Sean Payton decided not to come back, not to coach. He said he wouldn't coach. And then he started saying, I might think about it in the future. And lo and behold, it's 2 seasons later, he's got the reins of the Broncos with Russell Wilson, who
That's
struggled.
it, mate. That's a good coach signing because Sean Payton's always shown to get the best of the ability out of the players he's got, and he's able to scheme to that. And I feel like he will be a lot better scheming for Russell Wilson and will play to his strengths, which they definitely didn't do this season. So look, it'll be interesting to see how that
they were my
pans out.
pick
But
for the Super Bowl.
Chiefs, Eagles, Super Bowl. We'll talk about it
next week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week because it's the following week.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
We'll talk about it next week. All right, you ready, Saucy? The tennis, and it's safe to say I should just get the clip. All right, I should just get the clip. I should have come more prepared and just played the clip of Sauce saying, if you're not putting all your money on Novak to win this tournament and you think someone else is going to win, you're a lemon. That's pretty much what he said. He says, he's to lose. Doesn't matter what the bookies have got him at. It doesn't matter anything. It's he's to lose. He's the best player out there. And then we spoke about the fact that he was on tour last year. He won a Grand Slam when he was pretty much barred from playing anywhere. Had no time besides a practice facility to get game fitness in. He still won Wimbledon while everyone else was on the tour, and they still couldn't beat this guy, and they're playing week in, week out. He's a different breed. He's a different breed.
He's a beast. He's so good.
All right? And I'll be honest with you, Sauce. I don't want to get all political, all right? But the greatest thing that could have ever happened at this tournament was a Belarusian who wasn't allowed to have their flag shown because whatever's happening over in Russia and Ukraine and stuff, obviously is very bad, but Russians and Belarusians, because if you're not sure, Belarus sided with Russia in this war against Ukraine, so they can't have their flag shown, and Russians can't have their flag shown. And unfortunately, the way human beings are, every Russian and Belarusian, just because that's their flag and that's their nation, they're actually condemned to be the worst people on planet. There's actually good people that live in this country. Just because the media says that all Russians are bad doesn't mean they're all bad. How about it's the dictators that are in control of the country that are actually the bad people, the ones making the decisions, not the ones that are innocent. So they can't show their flag. So they're represented with a blank white flag for the tournament. So that, unfortunately for Tennis Australia and the government of Australia, a Belarusian won the women's comp. And then the guy that you barred last year for being right about everything to do with the thing that goes in your arm, to do with the virus that floats in the air, you condemned him to all hell last year, and he's come out and he's won your tournament. So you couldn't have had it any worse. I've never seen more fake smiles on a podium.
How could he possibly do that, Domo? How could he possibly win the tournament when he's a hazard to society?
Well, technically, he should have died because he didn't get it. Technically. That's what I was fucking told for 2 years. Well, he didn't, and he won the Australian Open, and he's $4 million richer, and everyone that condemned him.
And he's won 10 Australian Opens. He makes it 10.
He's won 10 of these things. 10.
Stick that up, yeah. Stick that up, yeah. All the Australian public that didn't want him to come in last year, all the people that condemned him. You're all
everyone
lemons. It's a choice. It should have been a choice. Stick that up, yeah.
Anyway.
Fuck yous all, and good on you, Novak, for sticking it right up to the people, mate. Don't worry. And you know what's great about Novak? He was humble. He didn't say anything like that. He was just grateful he's won.
We're doing his bidding.
Don't worry. We'll do it, Novak, for you. We'll do it for you, mate. Don't worry. You don't have to do it because you're a gentleman, mate. You're an absolute champion.
You might think these two fuckwits, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Mate, you don't need to know my status, but I'll tell you my status live. I've got it, and I still believe that it was fucking wrong. The way you treat human beings based on a decision is beyond me. It's actually a joke.
It should have been yours in the first place, Dom. Should have not been taken out of your hands.
No, it doesn't matter. But the way it goes to other people and the way that human beings treated each other during that time, to bag a guy based on his beliefs, that's saucy. All these people now believe everything that Djokovic believed in at the time because the media told them to believe it. So now they believe everything that he had his beliefs in. 12 months later, that's the part that makes this the best story. Like, you're all sheep and fuckwits, and you bag the guy, and now you actually think that's the truth. Like, it is the truth. You believe what the guy that you condemned 12 months ago has been a conspiracy theorist. These guys are just lemons, and not for anything. It's 90% of the population, so it could be people that listen to this podcast. So unfortunately, if you don't like it and you don't listen to us after this, well, stiff shit. Djokovic won, and Novak gets his 10th title.
I knew that was coming. That was just timed perfectly. It was just timed perfectly.
There you go. Anyway, we'll cover Roland Garros next. Alcaraz should be ready to go for that tournament. So
he'll be tough.
Injured.
He's good. He's good on
Kyrgios is also doing a lot of work, and a shout out where shout out is due. All right. If you remember Lukey that did Crunch Time with us, his brother, I want you to go and follow him, whoever listens to this, at Chicho Customs. All right. That's Chicho Customs on Instagram. He does custom sneakers. He's done a fantastic job. He's from Victoria. All right. He's the brother of Lukey, who was on this show.
In the chat.
That's his Instagram. All right. He has done custom shoes for Jason Davidson, who played for Melbourne Victory. He's done custom shoes. Andrew Naboot. Richarlison. He plays for Tottenham. Yes. You might think you're fucking full of shit. No, and he wore those boots in the Champions League game that he scored his first ever Champions League goal. He was wearing the boots done by Chicho's Customs. And Source, he's just done custom Air Maxes. I think they're Air Maxes for Nick the King Kyrgios. So go check him out. Too. Support the local talent, mate, because this kid is phenomenal. So wish him all the best.
Very quality products.
So that just tied in beautifully with the tennis. All right, let's move on, Source, to the UFC because your boy's back and you're pumped.
I'm pumped, Doma. This weekend, we've got a massive card. There was no card in the weekend that passed, but this weekend coming up with UFC Fight Night, Derek Hotballs Lewis against Sergey Spivak to have the main event. But before we get into that, Doma, and I'll talk about the card, this segment of the show is sponsored by Roll Clean. Now, as you can see, there's 20% off first order code. Use double coverage at checkout to get 20% off your first order. Roll Clean is Australia's #1 MMA and BJJ martial arts hygiene. Roll Clean soap is a proud family-run Australian business. Roll Clean is made with 100% natural ingredients and helps keeps you clean on and off the mats. Don't be the smelly guy at the gym. Walk in with confidence with Roll Clean soap and destroy the competition. Roll Clean offers a wide range of products targeted in assisting post-training recovery. Our magnesium bath salts, bath bombs, and boost balm can help ease those aches and pains after a hard training session. Roll Clean offers many soap varieties to choose from. Visit www.rollclean.com.au or hit them up on socials. Roll Clean, we've got your back, and use the promo code double coverage for 20% off your first order. Roll Clean, mate.
Got it all sourced.
Doma, that's why the card show on the weekend.
Here's the hand soap.
Smelling
fresh. It's all natural. You buy it. It's all natural. It's non-toxic, mate. You can feed this to your children. I'm not advocating that, mind you. You could
use with caution. Don't eat it.
Use
Please don't
caution.
eat your soap.
They're all naturally made. Here's the bars. Using the shower, that one there. You can use it all in the shower if you want to. Here's a bath bomb sauce.
I'll tell you what, they lather up an absolute treat on the loofah. You get yourself a loofah, rub it in. They lather up beautifully. Yeah,
and if you
miss
got
some
a
of those,
beard,
you got
which
Valentine's Day
everyone
coming up, you miss some nice bath bombs.
Yeah, nice bath bomb. And if you've got a beard like the two blokes on this show, and I'm telling you, the three guys, the four guys that have been commenting so far have all had beards. So here's some beard oil. All right. So you can look after your beards as well. Matty Tape says Valentine's Day Prezzies listeners. Yes, if you're listening, it's a great gift. They are amazing. Like, you smell really nice and they're all natural. So yeah, check them out. The website is there, www.rollclean.com.au, at Rollclean Soap on Facebook and Instagram also. Very nice sauce. Over to you. Take it away.
Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak, main event. Light heavyweight, that's in the heavyweight division. Light heavyweight co-main event, Jung Dae-un against Devin Clark. Then you got another heavyweight bout. This will be a cracking fight, actually. Marcin Tybura against Blagi Ivanov. And featherweight, Choi Do-ho against Kyle Nielsen. And in the welterweight, Yusaka Kinoshita against Adam Fuguti. So that is the main card. There's also and the main card. It's a bizarre one, Dom. I'm trying to figure out where the hell this is, because the main card kicks off from 5 p.m. on Sunday evening, and the prelim card kicks off from 2 p.m. So I'm wondering, trying to figure out where this event is held, because 5 p.m. main card. That's a bit bizarre. But nonetheless, there's UFC on this weekend, so make sure you check it out.
Nice, Saucy. Very nice. All right. Straight on to Hobby Talk, brought to you by Platinum Standard Grading. To the crew at Platinum Standard Grading, and it was great to see Rob there representing PSG at the Melbourne Card Show.
The Card Show Melbourne.
Card Show Melbourne. Fuck, I'm going to keep doing this, man. Dude. The Card Show Melbourne on the weekend. So it was great to see him. We will talk about the show in a second. First, we will get to Tops 2022. Unfortunately, because we didn't do the pod yesterday, we missed last week's one source. So they're done.
No.
Trying to think if there was anyone good. I don't think it was a great lineup, to be honest. But this week
we've got not bad. Scholesy looks good.
Yeah, Bo Feng Lin. Look at the one at the end there, Source. Daza Maida by Dai Tamura. Luis Figo by Mike Perry. He's the one that did the Ronaldo. He did the Ronaldo at the beginning.
Luis Figo. So if you don't know that name, ladies and gentlemen, do a little bit of a YouTube. Luis Figo highlights.
The LeBron James of soccer. Christian Pulisic by Ivan Bezlic, and Sara Zadrazil by Vincent Aseo. That is a nice card. It is a very nice card. So they're the Tops Project 2022 cards for this week. I thought I'd bring this up just as a quick one, because it's a good read as well if you want to, but we spoke of Novak Djokovic before, but here's some of his cards, his top cards. So the 2006 Ace Authentic, that's numbered to 599. There's an auto there. These cards fetch a pretty price. Just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, like, Novak is quite expensive.
Look at that jewel jersey with Rafa. He's a nice one. Triple auto. Nadal, Djokovic, Federer. You got that card, you're laughing. And then just a match-worn jumbo patch. Yeah, so that's...
Where's that? That's on Cardboard Connection, so you can type that in Cardboard Connection.
Yeah.
Novak Djokovic.
The other one is Select the La Liga Source, which is coming out. So 250 base cards. Collectors can find Terrace, Mezzanine, and field level subsets with 22-23 Panini Select La Liga. Here's representation. What they're going to look like. You've got Lewandowski cards at Barcelona. So you go silver, red, multicolor, blue, purple to 75, tie-dye 35, zebra, white, gold, green, and black. In addition, insert equalizers as well as select stars and unstoppable. So Gonzalo Plata. Insert
Interesting.
rundown. He's Jeremy Pino. Stained glass.
That's stained glasses, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Kamavinga signature. There's a patch. There you
Selector's
go.
always
So
a nice looking set.
it's a nice set. That's March 8th this year, source that comes out. So the box is 3 autos or relics, 5 numbered base parallels, and 9 unnumbered base parallels, and 7 insert parallels.
I'll be interested to see what a hobby box
product.
is coming out at. I'll be interested to see.
Yeah,
I feel like
here.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a turn. There has to be a turn at some point in these box release.
Autograph
prices.
signers set checklist. There's 3 names: Ronaldo, Camavinga, Gavi.
That's it.
But that'll be Real Madrid Ronaldo auto, which is nice. Hopefully get him with the noodle hair in the purple. That'd be sick. I'll froth that. I'd even chase that. So those are the releases. Bit of chat there. Bit of an interesting one. All right. I saw this. This was brought to my attention by Dan the Card Man. Surprisingly, source. It's something we spoke about right at the very, 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 very beginning of our podcast. And Futera is doing it. So Futera released a football product.
Yep.
And in there, their patches are match worn. And they actually tell you on the date and game that the patches were actually worn in, source. So there's a bit of history behind it. So you can
I'm
go
telling
back.
They used to do that in older
and look at the
NBA
game.
sets.
Yeah.
They used to do that in older NBA sets.
So Futera's done that, and it's just I thought I'd bring it up because at the same time, there's a bit of controversy. I don't know if you've seen it, source. People have decided like they've been buying lower end patch cards, and some are high end, but they're ripping the card and pulling out the patch. So behind the patch, there's like just pretend it's like a sticky pad on the back.
Yeah.
It looks like double-sided tape, but it actually has text. And the text on there is actually the name of the player that the patch belongs to. And they found, obviously, that we've seen a lot of those cards that have got wrong patches in them come up recently. We saw the Washington Commanders patch in a card that the player didn't even play for Washington Commanders. And it was a Redskins patch. Remember that one came up, the jumbo.
Yep.
So they're finding that some of these cards, not all of them, it's very rare, but some of them aren't even the correct patches in the cards based on the name of the player that's on the allocated patch. So you might get a Messi patch auto and it's a Barcelona patch, but for example, this is high end. It probably wouldn't happen with that card, but you pull it out and on the back, it actually says Xavi, for example, and it's actually not Messi, a Messi patch, or it could be a bench guy. It could be a bench guy by accident that they used.
I ask why would they write it on the back? What actual patch it was?
Well, source, they write it on the back because they don't know which card it goes in. Just like they say they don't know which cards these boxes go into. Man, I'm telling you, we take these companies for fools, source. We take them for fools. This is what I keep saying to everyone. You think Panini are idiots. Oh, they stuffed the patch up. They're an idiot. They've got it so down pat. They've just become lazy. The reason they've become lazy is because you're not holding them accountable for anything and you keep buying all their product, so they don't give a fuck. So why do they have to try? There's no point trying when you're printing more money in profit than you were the year before and the year before that and the year before that. You're printing money. Why do they have to bother? It blows over. You'll be pissed off for a week. You go back to buying boxes at ridiculous prices, and they'll just continue on their merry way. That's it. And you forget about it. And then
never feel your redemptions. It keeps going down the line. Redemption after redemption, more sticker autos in all the products.
And the excuse that they keep saying, oh, but when Fanatics takes over, it'll change. So we'll just wait till then. All right, we'll wait another 3 years, 4 years. 2026, that happens. So we'll just keep getting, not us, because we're not dumb enough to buy boxes, at their exorbitant amount of, at their price.
Buy
but we got these.
select
Yeah,
blaster.
but we didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we didn't pay full price for them
we didn't pay full
because they were
price.
discounted because
Offered.
of the show. It was an offer at the
Exactly.
show, and you got to go for a good price. But I'm just saying, you keep saying, "Oh, we'll wait till Fanatics." Wait till Fanatics, and by then you'll just be burning a hole in your wallet. Like, buy
It's a
singles.
shambles, mate. It's
Like,
a shambles.
Don't complain about it if you're going to keep buying the boxes, and then you're going to piss and moan about it. Like, we don't buy the boxes at full price on release. We wait till there's a deal. So that's why Sauce and I can piss and moan about it and say that you guys we're trying to help you and let you know that they're screwing you. But anyway, besides the point, they've become lazy. It's not they're dumb. Don't think they're dumb. You don't make millions and millions and millions of dollars by being dumb as an organization. They got policies, procedures, they got all that sorted. Logistics. You just think they're dumb.
But they've
you want
become
them to
lazy,
be.
and their quality standards have gone downhill with the popularity of the hobby and its rise, which meant higher production of cards and production, quality has gone down a hell of a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, Global. That's why I brought up the patch stuff. Dan actually did it. He tore apart a patch card to make sure it was the right player on the right player's name on the back of the patch. So if you haven't, go over to his YouTube channel and watch the video. All right, done and dusted for all that hobby stuff. Let's get to some good stuff, Sauce. We're going to show some cards that you picked up. We're going to rip some product now. So we're at the what show, so I don't stuff it up for the third time.
Card show, Melbourne. It was held out at the Cranbourne Turf Club, which is the Cranbourne racetrack out there. In the sheds under there, a lot of space. Overall, it was a pretty good show, Doma.
Different vendors, which is good.
Yeah, quite a few different vendors that we hadn't seen before at other shows around here in Melbourne, and it was a bit of a trek, but nonetheless, always happy to get out there and support a card show and a team of people that are trying to put on something good for the hobby. And yeah,
heaps of good people out there that we saw. Obviously, Cherry backed it. As we mentioned before, we saw Rob from PSG. Lane was there from the Hobby AU. Great to see him. Matty Yuga, we got to catch up with him. Global was there. Spent the day with him.
Matt's Card Shop.
AKA Matt's Card Shop, Matty Yuga. Global was there. Dream Theater Cards was there, so we caught up with him. All Sports Cards won. Yaron, he was there. It was good to catch up with him. I haven't seen him since the Hobby Hangout. And then Jono, of course, made an appearance, which was good.
He was buying out tables, getting deals.
Fast break cards. The Oracle was there, Source, man. When the Oracle's there, you know it's a good show. Who else? Palms Off was there as well.
They got some of the best quality stuff there.
Oh,
their top loader binder. I finally got one, and I don't think I'll ever go back now.
Crazy. No. So it was fantastic. Got to see a range of TCG.
Good show.
Bit of footy, a lot of basketball, which is always good. Bit of soccer.
Bit of NFL. There was a bit of everything. There's a bit of UFC that I've seen there. A bit more UFC than I've seen in other shows. So, it was a good mix. It was a fun and entertaining show. And got a few pickups. Picked up a few blasters off Cherry. So thank you very much to the team out there at Cherry. Blakers and Josh was down at the show. And then was able to get some pickups. I'll make myself big, Doma, so we can see
Go
this.
big.
All right. So
I got some nice pickups.
I picked up this Vegeta. I think it's a rare. It's just a rare. It's not a very expensive card, but I just like the look of it, and I thought, why not? I like Dragon Ball. It's my favorite anime. My brother collects it, so I think I'm gonna start slowly collecting a few pieces that I like when I'm at a card show or see something online. Then, of course, everyone knows I'm PC this guy a little bit. Patrick Williams. This is shout out Dream Theater. He hooked me up with this. So thank you very much. Then here's a nice LeBron Jamtastics insert out of NBA Hoops. Can't complain about that. Then a few more. Here's another Patrick Williams Red Wave color match that was really nice. Doesn't look too bad, so I'll have a look at it. Could be worth sending for grading. We'll just have to see. Have to do a bit of a look over. Got this Tyrese Maxey. I have no idea what variant it is. I know this is a concourse variant. It's a cracked ice variant. I think it might be a hanger exclusive or something like that. It's not numbered, but I've picked it up in a bit of a lot deal that I picked up. And the main reason I picked up that lot deal was for this Sengun card. So he's been absolutely dominating. This is the Purple Wave. It's not numbered, but he's going for like nearly 30 USD. And I paid pretty much, I mean, for the price of this one card, I got all of those other cards. So, to me, it was a good deal. And this looks really nicely centered. And I took one look at it and I seen there was no print line in it. I was like, I think this could be a grading possibility. So picked that up. And then went over to obviously pick these up from Cherry and had a look through there. I got sick of looking at basketball. I was like, I'll look at some NFL. And I'll tell you what, they had some great value in their NFL $5 bins. And the team down there at Cherry, I'll tell you what, always make an offer. Never try to play full price. I pulled out 10 cards and I said, I'll do 10 for 40. And without hesitation, the boys said, no problem. So always feel free to offer the lads, even though they've got their $5 a card. Now, don't turn around and get 2 cards and say you want to pay $8. That's not how you do it. You pull out 10, you know what I mean? A decent number and then offer a bit under that. You don't just pull out 2 and then offer 8. That's fucking stupid. You got to take the idea is to actually pick up quite a few cards and then make the offer. Try to get a little bit cheaper. So I ended up getting for $4 a card, instead of $5 a card. I was happy with that. Doma, I'll pick this up straight away. Now, people want, he's a quarterback, right? Quarterback, immaculate. Joey Flacco, the last quarterback to win a Super Bowl for the Ravens. It's numbered to 49, immaculate patch. Game worn, Doma. Game worn for $4.
That's a rarity in itself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Game worn. So brilliant to see. Picked up this number to $3.99. Kyler Murray out of Elite. I just liked it because it's a nice color match with the jersey. Then I picked up this Lamar Jackson. This one won't go into the PC. I love Lamar Jackson. He's probably my favorite player in the NFL. So nice Lamar Jackson. That's a die cut out of 2020 Select. Nice card there. Picked up this Calvin Benjamin Spectra die cut, numbered to 35. Blue on blue Doma. Now, I don't know too much about Calvin Benjamin. I just know it was a pretty good name. I think he was a decent player. This was color I think this is in his second season. I just like that it was a color match. I feel like there's probably a collector out there that wants this card, color match, going on the eBay store. Why not? Right. Then I picked up this one, Frank Gore, Vernon Davis, Team Foundations, Fabric. I think it's numbered. It's numbered to 249. It's only player worn, but Frank Gore was a good player. Vernon Davis, I have no idea who the hell that is. I just know Frank Gore was a really good player, and I think he's still playing these days. He's got like amazing records, and he's broken records and everything as a running back. I'm not. I could be wrong.
I think he's done. I think he finished up, Frank Gore.
Yeah, but he played for so long. He played for a ridiculous career.
He was at the
played
Bills.
For ages. He went to so many clubs, but he was
at the Bills. Yeah, he was a good player.
San Francisco legend. Patrick Peterson. He was. This is numbered to 50. He's a cornerback. If anyone doesn't know who Patrick Peterson is, this is the guy that when he came in, he was. He played both sides of the ball. He could play offense and defense. So he's a bit of a unique player, interesting character, and I feel like that was not a bad pickup. Then I got this one, and I don't know the other guy. I don't know who the hell Justin Hardy is, but I know who Julio Jones is. Julio Jones, probably one of the best wide receivers to ever play in the NFL. This is numbered to 199. I mainly bought it just because he was in there, and I'm trying to see if it says it's player worn. So that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of stuff is just player worn in NFL. So the fact that I seen that game worn Joe Flacco, I had to pick that up. Doma, this is going straight in the PC. That's a Kirk Cousins. First ever Kirk Cousins cards I've ever obtained, and you knew I had to get some at some point. So that's numbered to 199. That's in the PC. Kirky Cousins, that's my boy. I'll probably look to get an order of his at some point. Then this is a really nice card. I picked this up only because I don't really know who Jonathan Stewart is. Anyone out there, if they can fill me in who the hell Jonathan Stewart is. But I know who Steve Smith is. Steve Smith played for the Carolina Panthers. I believe he's like one of the best wide receivers to play the game. He was a phenomenal player, and it's a really nice patch in there on the Steve Smith side. It's a 3-color patch in there, and both swatches are game worn, Doma, and that's another reason why I picked that one up. So they're game worn.
Another miracle.
A miracle. I know. And then I picked this one up, Joey Bosa.
This is good. This is a good card,
This is
man.
player worn.
He's a
Joey
good player.
Bosa. He's a great player. We know that he is. It's numbered to 75. So that's a nice player there, Joey Bosa, future wave. I think that might have been second season card. He's pretty recent into the league, I think. So anyway,
Joey
there's
Bosa,
those
4
pickups.
years in, I think.
There's those pickups. Frank Gore, future Hall of Famer. Thank you very much, Matty. I knew that as soon as I picked him up. I knew Frank Gore had been in the league for a long time. I know he's broke records, or he might have some running, running records, rushing records, I should say, at San Francisco, where he played a lot of his career. So yeah, definitely a good pickup. Then Doma, this was probably my biggest pickups of the day. This was a bit of a consolation card that came with the other one, and it was sort of like the card that got the deal done. In the end of the day, I sort of made him throw this card in for free. So this is obviously my boy Tip and Woody's back playing for the Dons this year. I'm hyped. I'm pumped to see him playing out there against number to 135 out of Supremacy. It's the first ever Supremacy card I ever bought. Could not buy it when it's one of my PC players. So I sort of got the guy to throw that in there with these two that I picked up. So 2 Chris Bosh autos. One's the black
That's
and
nice.
gold.
That's
black
nice,
and gold.
but the other one is
black.
just
He's got the black jersey. Hang on, I'm just trying to get a bit better angle on that. So maybe it's not so much light. Anyway, that's numbered to 75. The black and gold auto.
We'll feature that one on the page anyway, so people.
And then I got this flawless, and this is a 2-color patch flawless, numbered to 15. Chris Bosh auto. Obviously,
it's a nice card.
Looking, when I'm looking to buy Chris Bosh, I'm looking more in his Heat jerseys because that's where he won championships. So I feel like there be more collectors if you're to sell this card in the future or some point.
This is the guy that they compared Julius Randle to. So
they compared Julius Randle to this guy, man. Julius Randle was nowhere near the player this guy was. Chris Breezy, happy to pick up those two. So I got that in a deal with the Tip and Woody. So all 3 of these, picked that up. I think the guy, I got him down to ticket price on everything was like well up over 320. And I got him down to 260, and I was happy to pick it up. But yeah, that was definitely my pickup of the day. The Chris Breezy, Chris Bosh, number to 15, flawless auto that has a game-worn material in it, and I believe that'll probably be out of one of his jerseys from
his championship jersey. We'll just say it's his
maybe
jersey.
the championship of the year. Who knows? But regardless, that was my best pickup of the day, so I was happy with that. That's it.
Very nice. I picked up 4 cards and I got them relatively cheap. So for me, I've moved into TCG a fair bit because it's just I find value there as well. They're a lot cheaper to come by when you're not going for the big card. So I've always loved Pokemon as a kid, and my favorite Pokemon outside of like Charizard, of course, but Charizard is like pretty much untouchable in TCG when you're buying him. My second is Dragonite. So picked up a Dragonite V there, Japanese one here. And like Saucy, Dragon Ball Z and Super is my favorite anime ever. If you can see behind me in my cabinet there, you can see Goku and Vegeta standing there tall in the middle shelf. So the first one was a special rare. Super rare. So it's Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And I found out, Source, that this one is a special rare, which is just under the secret rare. And it was my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z, which is Vegeta. So I'm pretty happy with that pickup.
You got those pretty cheap because the guy's just like, mate, I opened one box of this. My son didn't want to collect it anymore. So the cards are in there. Like, make me an offer and whatever.
I don't know how much the Vegeta goes for, but I think I paid $8 for both of them.
Yeah, mate. I'm telling you right now, it goes more than that, mate. Just that rare that I bought. That's literally that's way less rare than the one you got. Is $5, $6 card. So the card you got is definitely like
I should have a look at it.
$40 card probably. Like, and that's just a rare, and rare. You get a rare in every pack, or I think so. That's worth freaking $5. And people are paying on eBay.
See how much this card costs. I slabbed up its good value. $15.
There you
go.
Not
I'll
bad.
take that.
You got it for $4.
I got it for 4. Happy days.
Bargain.
SPR is the Vegeta Adam, and SR is the Gohan.
And then there's also one higher than that. Super secret rare or something.
Yeah, God Rare is after that. So it's secret rare and then God Rare. And then that's like the top tier. That's like the goat of goats. Oh, no, yeah, sorry. Special rare, secret rare, yeah, God Rare. So, where else was I going with this? In the chat. What have we got? Adam, welcome. Thank Christ that we got through the day without a bomb scare. It was a good show. Global says, cut it open to see if it's a real game worn. The Chris Bosch.
No chance. No chance.
Adam says, if you have a look at the Tyranitar alternate art, I think from Vivid Voltage, it looks like he's been on a massive bender passed out next to a bin. Yeah, the Dragon Ball Super and Z cards have got some sick artwork, but credit to Pokemon. I don't know if you've seen recently, like their gold cards are worth a lot, but they're full art cards, which are like takes up the whole card with just like the artwork.
Yeah.
They're pretty much like paintings now, mate. They look phenomenal, and then they've got refractor through them. They look off their head.
Yeah. They're
Off
stepping up
their
their
head,
game. I
man.
think they realize they're the cards that people want the most. Those sort of
doing a really good job with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Good design.
It's a rip time.
All right. Go ahead, Donna.
Global, I want to know because he just said up here, by the way, Source, he said Claude bought one of these Mosaic Blasters at the show and he hit a rookie Genesis in there. I want to know who the rookie was because Casado is in that product. I hit Casado orange in, I think I hit the orange fluorescent parallel in mine. So
you can get Genesis in that.
Yeah, Matty Tape said Matty Harper is running a fundraiser Raz on NBA card market for a fellow card collector who's having a rough trot health-wise at the moment. $5 a spot ends Sunday. There you go. You want to head on over there, ladies and gents, the NBA card market, $5 a spot.
Support a good cause.
If you can get in the group source while I open this, then after I rip this, we can probably bring that up quickly and have a look. I'm absolutely struggling here.
Mate, don't you have a blade?
No, I do, but it's 30 centimeters behind me, and I'm like Panini, just lazy, didn't want to turn around and grab it. So.
Any chance you get, huh?
Yep. Well, in saying that, I probably jinxed myself, considering this is a Panini product. So fuck me over now. I'll be honest with you, I try to look at the serial number on the box. Adam can vouch for that. I'm like, which one do I rip at the show? Do you reckon if we look at the serial numbers, we'll be able to tell? All right. Rookie of Calvin Stengs. We've got Kulisevsky, Zelinsky, Gerard Moreno. And I like this last card source because I actually like this player. Silver of Richarlison. So I'll take that. I want to get a Ronaldo. David Alaba. Yuri Tielemans. Hugo Lloris. Rookie of David Raum. Rookie of Gerardo Arteaga. And then the orange, Morten Thorsby from Norway. Oh, that's just fucking G up on that one, ladies and gents. Might as well throw that one in the bin. Jackson Irvine, rookie from Australia. Yeah, we'll take that one. George Bello, rookie. Casado, rookie from Ecuador. Been hitting Casado. Harry Kane. This one's for you, Sauce. I know he's not in an Arsenal kit, but Martin Odegaard. I'll put that one aside for you, mate. He's dominating. I think I've hit a... What have I hit here? Fernando Muslera, Uruguay. Mosaic. Nice looking card. It'd be good if I actually hit
Nice
someone
looking
that was
card.
good.
Yeah, it'd be good if it was a nice player.
Oh, man. Struggle town at the moment. Oh, your boy, Vinicius Jr. I'm putting these aside because I'm going to give them to you. I know they're base, but Edison Cavani,
Yeah,
Jose Machias, Abdel Karim Hassan, rookie card, breakaway of Marko Arnautovic, and then the orange fluorescent is Arturo Vidal.
Duro.
From Chile. It's not too bad. I've got 2 packs.
Crazy
left.
Chilean.
There'll probably be nothing left in these ones. Probably an insert. Urian Timber, rookie. Daniel Bachmann. Oh, here we go. Here's the Italian. You can hit the Italians in this because it's road to the World Cup. Clearly they didn't make it, but we've got a Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Very nice. Matthias Svanberg from Sweden. Marcus Lopez from Peru. Oh, man. I just hit a Genesis.
No, did you?
Yeah.
Anyone good?
I'll take it. I'll take Marquinhos.
Oh, I'm not bad. Fuck, you've hit a Genesis. That's not easy to do.
I'm not going to fucking say no.
I think there's only one in every case.
I'm not going to say no.
So it's fucking case hit, I'm pretty sure. Might be a case hit, or I think it might be 1 or 2 in every case.
Happy days.
There you go. Not bad.
That's on. Oh, no way.
Would have been better if it was like Neymar or something, but you know what? You'll take it.
It would have been good if it was a Messi to see what I would have done. That's why.
Imagine you, because you remember you said at the show, if I get a Messi, I'm ripping it in half. Well, you go.
No, I said I'd rip it if it was a shit card, but if it was numbered, I said I don't know what I would do. The Kempembe rookie, Goretzka, who I like, Roberto Alvarado, and then a give and go of Yusuf Poulsen from Denmark. That's a nice looking card too. Nice. I'll tell you what, they're nice cards. They are nice
looking cards. They do look good.
I hit Schmeichel in the orange in the other box and the Casado in the other box. So pretty happy. And I hit a Genesis. I can't freaking complain about that. So
there you go.
Off to you, Saucy. We got to hit some. We got to hit some bolts, mate.
Just caught up on your pickups from the show. The cherry $5 NFL boxes were great value. I should have stayed there longer, mate. They were good value. I didn't even go start in the NBA boxes. I just went straight to the NFL boxes. I don't know why, because I got sick of looking at NBA. I was looking at NBA at everyone else's table, and Cherry was like one of the only people that had a decent amount of NFL. So I was like, stuff it. I'm looking at NFL. I found some good value. I'm telling you, I still can't believe I found a Joe Flacco game worn patch for $5, immaculate in there. Oh, can't believe it. Game 1. Last player to win a quarterback to win a Super Bowl for the Ravens. All right, I've got it. Select Blaster. I picked it up from Cherry. Select UFC. I've been wanting to crack this product out for a while. I've bought some singles that are literally sitting in my ship my cards. And I need to bring that back. So I'll, probably in the next couple of weeks, I'm probably going to bring that back, Doma. So we'll probably have some content for the YouTube.
Very nice.
Ship my cards. Opening.
What the hell are my top loaders up in here, mate?
What do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs with 4 cards apiece. 30 cards. Get ready to get absolute jack shit. All right.
Nah, don't say that.
You know
we're
my
on a high here. We're on a high here, Sauce.
Openings.
Sauce, we're on a high here. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Let's go. Come on. I want some Volks.
We want Volks.
A Volk. Oh, I got a Volk on the back here. I don't know if it's any good card.
Oh, please be an auto or something. Can you get an auto?
Matt Schneel or something, whatever his name is.
This is like the best card I've ever pulled in. Oh, fucking happy.
Aspen lad. And then a Volkanovski, global icons. There you go.
That's
I
nice.
said I wanted a Volkanovski. I'll take that.
Parallel.
Global icons, insert. There you
There
go.
we go.
Take
The
that.
Volk.
Take that.
That's your boy.
Volcanator. Put that to the side there. All right. I don't even know what I'm looking for in these. I probably should have read that out. Oh, there's too many things to look for. It'd be good if I can hit one of those elephants. They got those elephant cards. People go
Volk
crazy.
elephant. Oh,
All right.
I'm fucking happy about that. I'm very happy, and I like Vidal too.
Michelle Watterson, Juliana Pena, former champ, Casey O'Neill, and Thiago Moises. Thiago Moises in the rookie. There we go. He's not a bad up and comer. Thiago Moises. All right, pack number 3. Pack number 3. Charles Oliveira in the base. Karul Rosa. Paddy Bimlet.
Paddy the Batty.
Paddy the Baddie. It's a rookie. And Michelle Watterson in the tricolor. Interesting. That's a nice looking card, but just unfortunate it's not a fighter that I wish to collect. Holly Holm. Base. Henry Cejudo, Triple C. He should be back. Paul Craig, who lost on the weekend. And then in the octagon side, I think, is that Refractor? Oh, the octagon side Refractor. Really nice if I hit a Volk in that. Then Anthony Smith. That's a nice card. Octagon side inserts. It's a bit more rarer than the other ones. You've got, what do we got here? Aljamain, Sterling.
Oh, yeah.
There's another
There
Volk.
he is.
It's just in the base. Just in the base.
Doesn't matter. We'll take him.
I don't know. I can't see this guy's name.
There's
Kenny
a
Michuru and Tito Ortiz. The old Tito Ortiz.
The legend.
The legend. All right. Last pack mojo, Doma. Last pack mojo.
Global.
Rich Franklin. Islam Makhachev. Neil Magny and Julia Avila, rookie, refractor. There you go, Doma. There you go.
It's all right.
Nothing to note, but oh well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
You hit,
would it be nice?
the Volk.
Would it be nice to get a nice octagon side insert of the Volk? I'm not gonna lie, but I've got quite a few of this set sitting in my cards. Nice set, really nice set.
Also, Claude hit a Gonzalo Plata Genesis rookie from Ecuador. That's not a bad rookie to get. Hold that for a while. Just see he could turn into anything. So nice, very nice. We're done and dusted. We do have these that we're gonna have to rip eventually on the stream. You and I.
You can rip it. I might get one of the second set and rip that instead.
Did you get 2 boxes?
No, I only got 1 box.
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping my box. I'm keeping my box safe and sound.
I love it too much. It's going to go up in value. I know that.
I'll see.
But for $150 or whatever,
I might buy a box of some Dragon Ball TCG.
Yeah.
I just like the entry point on some of these TCG products. I mean, you're getting it for $140, $150.
This was 120 on release, and then it went up.
Yeah,
it was 120.
But you rip it, and it's just like, you know what you're getting.
You like the anime,
the money.
I love the characters, so I love One Piece and
I'm telling you, it beats freaking buying an overpriced box of Select Hobby or Prism Hobby Basketball or Optic Hobby and getting absolutely jack shit, mate.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you on that at all. That's for sure.
Burning $1,000 in your pocket.
And on that note, Sauce, keep living, loving, and breathing sport. Double coverage. Make sure to go over to NBA Card Market and check out that Raz as well. All right, that Matty Tabe set.
Yeah, it's in the top. It's in the pin post, so you'll find it very easily.
Yeah, so definitely go have a look. Keep living, loving, and breathing sport. The double coverage. Peace.
Peace out.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double curve.